video, I want to walk you through how to use SmartAnalytics, which is one of the modules in DFR Online, as you can see right here, SmartAnalytics. And once you get into this tool, you have three areas you can go into. The first one is catalog status. And in here you'll see a list of reports that comes with your instance of DFR. And I'm just going to click on the first one here, the second one here, attribute report. And what this attribute report does when you run it, it just shows you all the attributes, master attributes that you have in your catalog, what type of attribute it is, what the property settings are, how many categories it's used on, how many groups it's used on, when it was created, who created it, and who changed it. So it gives you a lot of useful information for all your master attributes. Another report I'll show you is a catalog status report, and this will show you at a very high level things like the total number of attributes in your catalog. There's over 1,000 master attributes. There's a total of over 1,300 categories in your catalog, and it looks like you have close to 80,000 items in your catalog, and you can see the status of each item based on the statuses listed across. So you can see you've got 4,700 out of the 80,000 items that are in a status of in classification. 53 have been rejected. So this kind of gives you a good overall review of your catalog for any key statistics you may need. And let me show you the next area. So there's lots of reports that are like this I think you'll find very useful. Let's get into the data analysis reports. So the first one here is the attribute population report. So that will show you the fill rates on attributes for a specific category. Then you've got these two charts just below here. You've got a bar chart and a pie chart. And basically what this allows you to do is to set different attribute values and then run reports and see what the other values look like. For example, you could select for the motors category a horsepower of 1/2 and then show all the pricing for the 1/2 horsepower motors, and you could do that as a bar chart or as a pie chart, and I'll show you how that works in a few minutes. Then we have the basic bar chart and pie chart, where you just basically look at one attribute value and profile it for the category. And then lastly is a duplicate finder. So you select the attributes for the category, and then it'll go and find items that have the same values for the attributes that you've selected. One thing I find very useful is saving your reports. I think that you'll find this useful if you save your reports. They're stored right here. And let me show you some examples of those reports I was just talking about. So I'm going to go to an attribute population report for circuit breakers. And I'm going to run it. It's set for 11 attributes, and you can see the 11 attributes across the bottom. And you can see what their fill rates are. So just clicking on this first one, number of polls, it has a 93.37 fill rate, as you can see in the mouse over. And it just kind of works its way down. So the highest fill rates are on the left, all the way down to the lowest fill rates on the right. And some of these circuit breakers may be AC circuit breakers, and some may be DC circuit breakers, so maybe that's why you don't have quite 100% coverage. Another thing is looking at, as I mentioned before, looking at this attribute profile by attribute report. And this will show you or allow you to do an analysis on two different attributes. So I'm on a category here called motors, and I have set the attribute to pricing, and I want to look at all the pricing for 1/2 horsepower motors. So I click this, and then I can see here that the prices have a wide range. Matter of fact, if you look at the chart below, some of the motors are as high as $276, and others are as low as $12. And you can see there's a wide range in pricing for these motors that are all 1/2 horsepower. So you can play around and try different attribute combination. It doesn't have to be price and horsepower. It can be whatever it is you want to analyze. You might find useful. The next report I'm going to show you is a pie chart on just a single attribute. So we're looking at circuit breakers, and we're looking at AC voltage is the attribute, and you can see that 53% of your circuit breakers in this category have a voltage of 600. And then you can see the next most common is 240, and it works its way all the way down. So this might be really useful information. And by the way, you can always export any of the reports that I've been showing you to Excel by clicking export. And if at any point in time you want to save the report, you can just click save, give it a name, and it'll appear in that list that I was just showing you a few minutes ago. Let me go back to the list. back to my save reports, and let me show you a duplicate report. So I'm going to look at those same circuit breakers, and I want to do a duplicate analysis. And I see that there's a very large percentage of duplicates for these circuit breakers. Looks like there's 46% based on these attributes listed down below here: type, AC voltage, current, number of poles, frame, terminal type, mount, and series. So that's quite interesting. And the largest combination of duplicates is listed at the very top. And you can see there's 14. And the next largest combination is 13. So let me click on the 13, and this will drop me over to SmartFind, and it'll bring up those 13 duplicates. And then you can just, from here, once this comes up, you can go to the reports, and you can export it. Go to the export button, and you can export it to Excel if you want to save this information. I hope you found this useful. Thank you.